This is episode number 283 of the InnerFight podcast. Andre, we're back with Fitness Under 3 Minutes. Is breakfast required? Is it overrated? It's all about breakfast in this show.
We have 5 points for you, and the first one is that everyone is different. Everyone has different habits, and it's different from person to person if they need breakfast or not.
Yeah, I think that's huge, isn't it? I think a lot of people can get away, which we'll talk about in a second, of not having breakfast. A lot of people have to have a huge breakfast. Everyone's real different, right?
Yeah.
The second thing is that if you do choose not to have breakfast, actually there's some benefits. Fasting keeps us in a fat-burning state for longer, so we're actually a little bit more alert if we're in a fasted state. But again, some people just, mate, they really can't deal with it. So if you keep them fasted, although they might be burning fat, they're not nice people to be around, that's for sure.
And when they're fasted and might not be feeling well, that also means that they're gonna be easier for them to start making wrong choices, like cheat meals, or they'll just have a coffee with a croissant at 11 o'clock instead, and they just won't get those right nutrients in.
I've seen that a lot. I've seen people say to me, I eat really well, I don't have breakfast, I get to about 11 o'clock, I just have a coffee and a muffin. Okay, so that's
not
your
really
breakfast.
optimal.
As well, I think some things need energy. I think high training loads needs energy. So if you're an endurance athlete, you're out there, you're doing a lot of miles, you need to really fill that tank. I know for us guys, mate, a lot of the coaches that train a lot morning, 2 or 3 sessions a day, they cannot skip breakfast. It's simply not an option because they just need the energy.
Yeah. The way you find out if what works for you is by doing a test.
Yeah.
Do a controlled test. Try 1 week where you go without breakfast. See how you feel.
Yeah.
Try 1 week with breakfast. Different types of breakfast. Try to add more, add less. See how you feel.
I think that's one thing. I mean, I've done a lot of intermittent fasting, so I have been in that fasted state for a long time. And some days I feel really good, but to have, and that's why I know if I want to do a lot of training, then to be in a fasted state is not great. Fasted state also helps to reset your insulin receptors. So if you've been on holiday or something like that, it's actually something good to throw in there. But definitely for me, I've done those control tests, like you said, mate, and if I'm going to do some decent training, I want to make sure that I've got some good nutrients in my body, which means eating breakfast, that's for sure.
So if you're at home, haven't tried any of it, or try to go without breakfast, try to add some breakfast for next week and see how it feels. If it doesn't feel good, just go back to your normal habits.
You'll figure it out one way or the other, but remember, everyone's different and you've got to figure it out for yourself.
Exactly.
There we go, mate. That's breakfast. Is it overrated? That's fitness in under 3 minutes.